and welcome to November, everybody. November 1st, 2020. 2 more months and we're out of this crazy year. Can you believe it? We actually might make it. Anyway, I posted video yesterday from Halloween. That was a lot of fun, but now we're going to start getting ready for the next major holiday, and that's Christmas. So, yes, I understand Thanksgiving is involved beforehand, but Christmas is when you're going to be giving gifts and asking for them as well. So you want to know what comic books to ask for, what comic books to give to people. So I'm looking at some of the ones that are on the Key Collector trending list. Now, if you haven't checked out Key Collector, I mean, there's a lot of things that are on there that are free. You don't have to pay a dime to use some of their apps. And actually, I have their app on my phone and on my computer. You can see the trending list, the hot lists. I personally have not paid for the subscription yet. I'm going to be, but right now there's so much information that's available for free for everybody. I highly recommend it. Comic Tom 101, they go over the list every week, and sometimes I agree, sometimes I don't. And other people will also make their videos about whether or not they agree and they don't. So I figure it's only fair that I chime in as well. If you agree or disagree, feel free to like, subscribe, and please comment. So the 7 that I'm going to be touching base on from this list, I've got my little notes here, so I'm going to be trying to read at the same time looking at you guys. The first one we're going to touch on is The Boys, Dear Becky #1. This is the variant. It's limited to 3,000 copies, and currently it's selling for about $40 in as a raw in a high grade. I think I know I've said it in the past. I'm not a big fan of the raunchy type comics. It's not me, okay? But I would be a fool to not acknowledge the market exists, to acknowledge that I'm the rarity in the fact that I don't like it. Most people do. If you saw my video from yesterday, I actually picked up The Boys, the Animal House copy because I acknowledge that the market is there. I also know that there are a lot of people out there that do like it. So this Dear Becky #1, it's a variant. It's a hot comic, a high grade for $40. Really isn't that terrible in my opinion. I've actually ordered one, so yeah, I do recommend it. I think that it's got a it's got a potential, especially since it's only 3,000 copies. The more popular that this series becomes, 3,000 seems to be the cutoff. 4,000 is the cutoff where books they do go up in value rather than down. Next one we're going to touch on is Static #1. I'm sorry, I don't get Static. I mean, when I dry my clothes, I get Static. This is this has been associated with a film that's going to be produced reportedly by Michael B. Jordan. And look, if he produces and gets behind the scenes as well as he does in front of the camera, then this is definitely going to be a hit, because I enjoy everything he puts his mind to. I really do. The man is tremendous talent and tremendous intelligence as well. I don't think that he would sign up for something that he didn't think he could turn positively. That being said, high grade raws are going for 80. 9.8s are hitting around the 450 mark, and for a comic book that I don't know too much about, yes, I might be missing a boat on it. I've missed a lot of boats. I'm still going to keep my collection the way I like it. If you know somebody that this is going to strike home with them and you're looking to buy them a gift for Christmas, maybe $80 is, this might be a good buy, but this is the initial announcement. This is when everything is first hitting the market. I give it 2 or 3 months, even maybe 1 month until right before Christmas. You'll find this book for less money. Okay, this will drop down until they start doing casting again. Remember, we've got those dips and valleys we got to work out. Right now, you're at a peak, big announcements and everything. I wouldn't go after this one right now. SpiderMan #25. Yeah, this comes from yet another it's possible it might be in Spider-Man 3. This one is the first appearance of Spencer Smythe and the Spider Slayers. And there's a rumor that maybe the Spider Slayers will be in this movie. You know, if half the amount of people that are leaked as might be in this movie are actually in this movie, it will be more packed than the final battle scene for Endgame. Okay, it's going to look like Lord of the Rings versus Endgame versus Spartacus. It's going to be ridiculous. There's no way that all of these things can come through. And as I've said before, think to yourself, does the character translate to today's audience? If you never read Spider-Man, if you were a casual watcher of the movies, would Spencer Smythe and the Spider Slayers be something that interested you? Me? No. I do not think that this is a true rumor. That being said, buying a copy of Spider-Man number 25 is still worth it just in itself. One of the first 25 issues of Spider-Man, 1960s. Beautiful books. Low-grade copies of this in the raw are going to hit you about $65, and highs are going for about $680. I don't think that, even if they announce that the rumor is false, that these books will drop in price. These are still in-demand books. You might be able to negotiate 5% off, 10% off once this fake hype disappears. But this, again, you're talking about a top 25, first 25 of Spider-Man. Just its number alone is going to command the top dollar price. And if you're looking to buy that one for somebody in a high grade for Christmas for somebody, I'll send you my address. I'd love to have it. So next we're going to hit the first of two Doctor Strange books. Doctor Strange number 1 for 2015. It's the first appearance of Zelma Stanton. Well, see, the casting for the new movie, all right, has got, and I can't pronounce her first name. It begins with an X, so I wasn't even going to try. So, they're saying that it's going to have either that casting of that character, that actress, is going to be either for Zelma Stanton or for Miss America. Given that Miss America's talent is the ability to punch holes and go from universe to universe, and we're dealing with the multiverse of madness, I'm putting all my cards on it being Miss America and not being Zelma Stanton. If you're looking to get this for that speculation, I don't agree with it. I think that Vengeance number 1, which is already through the roof because of Miss America, is going to be the one that everybody's going to want. That being said, if you want to get a Doctor Strange book, number 1, that is still a cool cover, high copies of Raw are $15, and just buy it on that regard, because when the movie comes out, everything that has the word Doctor Strange on it is going to go up. It can't hurt, but don't count, in my opinion, don't count on Zelma Stanton being the reason. The next Doctor Strange, though, is the Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer's Supreme number 1. It's the first appearance of the Demon Rider. This one is supposedly to be featured in an upcoming series. Does that mean they're going to be appearing in somebody else's series, or they're getting their own series? I don't know. What I do know is we have a character that will be getting attention. High copies of Raw are $8. Me, I'd throw $24 on it, buy 3 copies. That's a great book to give to a couple people if you want. It's not going to break your wallet. And again, it's another book that Doctor Strange movie comes out, they're going to go up just because the name is on the title. Mercy Sparks number 0. I love when comics have number 0. It's like they were made by the Mayans because they came up with the concept. Well, this one has been acquired by MGM, and it's not Netflix, it's not Hulu. MGM, I don't think, would acquire it unless they actually planned on turning it into something. But this book has been around since 2008. And right now, high copies of Raw are selling for $40. it's had its chance to go up. It really hasn't. I mean, even now with acquisition information, it's up to 40. Give it a month, give it 2 months, give it 3 months. I think that this will come down. This will cool off a little bit. It'll drop off the trending 20. You'll find it for 25 if you're interested in it. Just make sure you get it before they start casting or announcing who's going to write it, direct it, and everything else. Give it about a month or two. Right now it's in the planning stages, and just let it fall off of everybody's radar. And the last one, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 110, the variant, the 1 in 10 variant. Now, hard copies of this, of Raw, are going for about $35. I'd get it. Okay, there are a lot of information that the stores, their orders have been shorted by 50%. There are a lot of printing problems. Are they going to reprint more copies of number 1? I don't think so. I think they're going to come out with a second printing, and they're going to come out with a third printing, and blah, 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 blah. The other thing is that of the 50, half of the copies that the stores ordered, a lot of them are coming in damaged. So, the quantities of these books that everybody thinks are going to be out there are not going to be out there, and the high-grade raw copies are going to dry up really quick. So I would look and try to get one of these for 35, 40. You might have to go for 45. I actually saw one on eBay before that the bidding was up to 42. It's actual active bidding, and you know how usually it blows up in the last couple minutes. Try to find something on like your local comic book store, Etsy, Mercari, something before they all disappear. But I think that this book is going to be something that disappears quickly. Okay, and I want everybody to have the chance to get one into their collection. That's pretty much it as far as the ones that I wanted to touch base on. I know there's a lot of other books on there. I don't really have a feeling one way or the other. They're just there, and I'll see if they're still there in 2 weeks, which I doubt. Other than that, I hope you guys had a wonderful Halloween yesterday. We're getting ready for getting through the remainder of this year. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe, and please add your comments because I'd love to hear what you have to say. Other than that, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day and the rest of your weekend. And I'm out.